Good evening, Saber community. Here to show you the latest creation from 5280. It's a Sidious 2.0 from Korbanth. First, got to give a shout out to Dale over at Shadowcrest. He's done a great job in stripping this thing down, recoloring it. This thing looks absolutely amazing. The coloring on it is great. Some great chrome and proper colored powder coating here. This thing, like I said, looks absolutely amazing in person. It's got it covered in fingerprints right now, but that's easily rubbed off with a nice little cloth. But anyways, now to get into the install. This is for a commission, so it will be going out shortly after this video. Going to show basically how to assemble everything, which obviously disassembly is everything in reverse. I've got a couple parts already off right now to make it a little bit quicker and easier. But in order to put the chassis in, we basically take the top brass ring off, and then we take the next ring. You don't have to take it all the way off. Slide the second brass piece up, and it reveals nice little set screw for the chassis, which at this point I've got fully removed. It's over right here. And then you basically from there make sure that is loosened off. Take the chassis, and I'll go over what's in this thing. Right now, dual tactile switches so that we have full functionality of the Proffie board that's hidden inside. We have NeoPiel goodness, of course. Can't do a Saber now without NeoPiel. 18650 battery, 22 mil speaker, and it is a 3-watt 22 mil. We have a full kill switch and 1.3 recharge port. And then, of course, you're going to notice the nice decoration here on this custom chassis. We've got a brass rod running the length of it, which actually, between that one and the one on the opposite side, holds the chassis together in the two halves, kind of a clamshell design. I think it worked out really, really beautifully. The design is extremely simple. You basically can take, and I don't have any fingernails right now, but up to a fingernail or anything else, kind of pop it in under right here, back here. The whole brass rod comes out. Same thing to the other side, and then the clamshell separates. USB and SD card access is right behind the NeoPiel connector, which there's enough wire left over. You just kind of tilt this thing out, and then you have full access to both the SD and the USB. So you take this, take your pommel. There are two little holes, one on each side. You line with the black mark on the chassis one of the two holes. You then take this, slide it all the way in, and then line up the pommel just as you would if you were going to screw it in. And in this case, if it doesn't run away from me, you can attach that. This screw does not hold the chassis in place. So if I was to swing this really, really hard, I would fire the chassis out through the emitter. Then you basically take a separate screwdriver for the set screw. Make sure it threads in far enough where the brass piece will slide down over it. From there, pretty much position this where it fits the right way. Thread that down, and then you will thread down the brass ring. That is your Saber, completely assembled. Obviously, you can install the blade plug. In this case, I'm not going to at this moment because I'm going to go put a blade in this thing and show off some of the Proffie features and the smooth swings. So keep an eye for that footage coming right up. All right, folks, here's the Saber demo. I will change fonts right away just so you can hear what the boot up sound normally is, because I've already turned it on, put the pommel back in. But once you turn the switch on, you will get nice Sidious laughter. And from there, this is kind of a customized font taken from the Sid No Mercy font, modified to have smooth swing, and then all the blaster blocks have been replaced with Sidious quotes. So turns out to be quite a nice little sound, and some of the quotes are fairly funny, especially for the Emperor. Standard red blade.
Let me help you to know the subtleties of the Force.
Here's your blade blasters.
Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Do what must. There is no mercy. There is no. All who gain power are afraid to lose it. There is no. All who gain. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
There's 15 quotes in all. Obviously, the randomizer within the Saber won't bring them all up in order for us, but we still do have full clash, tip drag, and of course, the best thing about Proffie, the smooth swing. Clashes. So then the next font is actually more close to the stock Sid No Mercy font. Again, the red Sidious blade. Different blaster blocks. Slightly different clash, lock-up colors. Still got the tip drag. And then, of course, we go into the Apprentice, Lord Vader. Again, more smooth swing goodness. And, of course, and I forgot to show this on the Sidious fonts, but there is music tracks. Won't play too much of those, just so YouTube doesn't pick up any kind of copyright infringements. But next we go into K-Sith's Rogue Commander. And again, that ignition just sounds great with the speaker. The Saber is actually very loud in person. More lovely smooth swing. Go into a couple more fonts. We've got an unstable for Kylo. And thanks to the TRA forums, modified a style there just a little bit to kind of come out with this nice unstable effect. Very, very bright on the blaster blocks and on lockup. Go into the balance, which is a gradient blade. Going red with a very small transition. Again, modifying the base gradient blade to kind of include some of this. Going out to a blue. This is a blue fire. And the blasters kind of go up. It may not pick up too well on the camera. Lights up fairly bright.
Young Rey.
Got Rey. And again, these are all Smooth Swings fonts. Don't need to demonstrate that for everybody. A little bit of an unstable purple. Some little green blasters. This one's got kind of that Imperial Night whitish, but it's slightly off-white color, with some nice blue blaster blocks and lockup. It's got definitely, I like the ignition, the retraction on this one. Light. And if you watch, I believe this is the blade that I've changed, that made it so it changes color. There it comes. Starts going from blue to a little bit more of a green with a bit of an unstable effect. And then we've got some red blasters. And kind of a red and green lockout. Like this one because it does kind of ignite and then kind of warm into its final greenish color. Gotta have Luke's green. Lightning blade. I believe this one's from Megtooth. Love this effect. And the lockup, I mean, if you've got any kind of medical issues, this will throw you into a seizure. Blasters. This is the Rainbow Blade, and the owner of this saber asked for the Cantina music to go with it, which I'm not going to play again because YouTube will pick up copyright stuff. This is the battery, and you can tell from previous testing I've got to get this plugged in soon. And then we go back to our Sidious with our quotes. So all, thanks for watching. I'm going to roll some glamour shots of this thing up close because I mean, it's too nice not to show off the job Dale's done, as well as show off some of the work on the custom switch setup that I've done in order to make the whole chassis fully removable. But thanks for watching.